In today's news, yesterday, we heard a very bullish announcement from Ripple's president Monica Long herself, where she leaked an imminent XRP expansion that will send its price to the moon. Well, she is back again today, this time confirming that the floodgates are about to open, but that is not all, because also in today's video we have confirmation that the lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC has been dropped, and that the crypto summit at the White House on Friday may have something massive in store for crypto, but more importantly also potentially for XRP. And we plan to make the most of these opportunities, getting ahead of the game. Of course, if you are interested in learning a lot more, finding the right plays through exclusive content such as trades, as we can see here, institutional research documents, and so much more for free, a 7-day free trial period, then hit the link down below, check out the Coin Factory with the CF executives. Now, as it stands, the new reformed SEC has dismissed effectively every crypto case under the sun. Not settled, dismissed. There is a very big difference. In this post here from the Crypto Barbie, a clip of Scott Melkler is seen discussing the dismissed cases and even accidentally or intentionally name drop Ripple here. Take a very close listen.
So let's take him out of the equation then. We have Atkins at the SEC, right? Likely. And we've already seen now what the SEC is doing. It actually, we're recording here on Thursday, February 27th. And as we're recording, the SEC just dropped their case against Consensus. I don't know if you saw that, but in a week when they've also dropped against Robinhood, Uniswap, Gemini, Coinbase last week. So,
Ripple.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, we know that the SEC...
I'm hoping they drop the case against Kraken because I'm tight with those guys and I like those guys.
As it stands, the developments in the Ripple case have been very quiet. In fact, one of, if not the only case left to be dismissed by the SEC is quite comfortably the biggest crypto case in history, and that is Ripple and XRPs. Many believe that considering Ripple's legal victory in the courts of law against the old SEC, that getting this case dismissed and thrown out was inevitable and also imminent. However, it has been speculated that it is because of his legal victory that XRP holders are still awaiting the final conclusion of this case. As Jeremy Hogan and also Meta Lawman here have theorized, the delay in settling Ripple's case is likely the injunction in Judge Torres' judgment. Torres' decision was unquestionably great for XRP holders, but the finding of securities law violations and the injunction are not so great for Ripple, especially if Ripple is considering a future exempt securities offering or an IPO in the future. Once the court issues an injunction, the parties themselves can't simply agree between them to disregard the injunction. They have to go back to the courts and get the dismissal. So Ripple right now will either have to pay the $125 million fine, which, as I stated earlier, can cause complications should they want to go public in the United States in the future, or the injunction itself has to be dissolved, which is a relatively long and complex process. However, it is possible, and Trump may be the reason that it will happen. To which XRP lawyer of the people John Deaton actually explains how, when he appeared on Fox Business a couple of days ago talking about the lawsuit, pay very close attention.
You're an expert at XRP. You helped with the help Ripple defend itself. That's the native coin of Ripple when they brought the case for issuing XRP as an allegedly unregistered security. XRP is one of the cryptos that are going to be in this reserve.
Correct.
Is Donald Trump now going to drop? He has to drop the case, because if he doesn't drop the case, if his SEC brings the case again, his U.S. holdings are going to go down. He's going to hurt himself.
Liz, Charlie, imagine what 4 years difference. The last 30 days of the Trump first term, Jay Clayton, as the SEC chairman on the way out the door, filed this Ripple case. 4 years later, within almost 30 days of the second term of the presidency, now XRP is going to be part of the crypto reserve.
Does that mean he drops it? He
has to drop it. We just had a United States president stamp of approval on XRP, Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana.
If he doesn't drop the XRP case, the American taxpayer is going to get screwed on this.
Well, that's one thing. And listen, if I'm Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse, I've got the leverage now, I would say, in any negotiations in this.
With Mr. Atkins, the incoming SEC chair.
You would think so. It's going to be very hardcore press to say, listen, we want you to pay $125 million. Here's a thought. How about Ripple pays that $125 million fine that Judge Torres issued and start the crypto reserve in XRP?
John.
So, as you heard, because XRP has been named as one of the 5 assets that will be at the heart of the US Crypto Strategic Reserve, the case has to be dropped due to all the complications that would arise otherwise. John Deaton's a man of the people by all means. He had been pushing for the dismissal of this case for years and years now. His most recent attempt following the Hex Founders case dismissal as well, as we can see here. So, how does the injunction get resolved, if you ask? How is Trump the reason for this potential outcome? As Jeremy Hogan highlights here, the federal rules have Rule 60, which talks about getting relief from a judgment where a verdict can be changed if something has changed, like a new pro-crypto SEC who is actively reworking crypto policies instead of cracking down on them like they were in the past. The problem though with this argument here is that the verdict from the Judge Torres was done based on the Howey test, not the SEC's rules. But what is constantly being peppered throughout the legal proceedings with Judge Torres is judge's discretion. That's what the whole case has always been about. It is and has always been up to the judge to determine if the injunction and any decision for that matter should be dissolved. So in that regard, should the SEC walk into the courts hand in hand with Ripple, both of those two pleading for a change in the verdict, then the judge may be inclined to agree. And with Trump wanting XRP at the heart of the strategic reserve here, this verdict and conclusion of the case will have to come sooner rather than later. As Monaco Long stated, the floodgates are about to open, and once again we plan to make the most of this opportunity. If you are interested once more in learning more, finding the right place through exclusive content such as trades, alpha information, private live streams, and much more for free 7-day free trial period, look at the link in the description below. Check out the Coin Factory, the CF executives. Now, the reason why I believe this post here, why I believe Friday may have something massive in store for crypto and XRP, FOMO Friday if you will, is because it has just been reported by the Commerce Secretary here that Trump will reveal Bitcoin reserve strategy at the White House summit this Friday in 2 days' time. This is huge, and personally I believe, while it only states Bitcoin reserve strategy, that this will involve the US Crypto Strategic Reserve as well, that this will involve XRP. As we can see from Zoe Cruz here, founder and CEO of Many Financial Group, she responded here to Trump's decision for a crypto reserve, stating that the tokens included, XRP, Cardano and Solana, they are all on blockchains that focus on fast, cheap and secure payments. That is important. The true evolution is the fact that peer-to-peer transactions can be processed faster, cheaper, and are accessible to everybody. And this is the tech that now has the backing and green light, if you will, from the US government and its regulatory regime. Very big news. Of course, there are still many assets that are likely to be added to this reserve in the future, the likes of Chainlink, Litecoin, Hedera HBAR, AVAX, SUI, and so on. But XRP, like the other 4, are at the heart of this reserve, and with XRP in that regard, that is truly unsurprising. Why? Because the smart money, the Wall Street boys, the whales have constantly considered and even documented that the Trump administration would directly benefit from utility-driven crypto initiatives, which set XRP above the rest, even the likes of Bitcoin that cannot effectively be used as a medium of exchange like XRP can. The lawsuit conclusion is closed. Crypto policies in America are accelerating now, which is very, very bullish, and this is all a part of the reason why Ripple's president, Monaco Long here, has stated that the floodgates are about to open for XRP.
It feels like the floodgates are going to open this year, doesn't it? I mean, so within the past week, a couple weeks, so SAB 121 being called back or rolled back. And I mean, within, it felt like minutes, you hear from CEOs like Bank of America saying, we're all in. And, these are institutions that Bank of America was one of our early partners when we were doing kind of like the messaging software only payment solution. So we've worked with these types of banks for a long time, and the lack of clarity. And I mean, I think in the more recent time, even hostility toward, hey, like, using these assets and this technology is not okay, it's dangerous, which is not the best way to handle it, as we would say. But looking forward, I would say, yes, it seems like there's going to be a sea change this year.
Do your own research, come chill chat and learn much more in the CF community. Links down below. And remember, don't look short term, think long term. And I'll see you in the next one.